My babies, it's your girl Bubbles, and I am back with another, yes, carnival related video. And I'm super excited because this is going to be the first video in my Carnival Newbie series. So, for those of you who don't know, I've been playing mass since the age of 18, and like it has become one of my favorite things to do. It brings me so much joy, like just the experience on the road. It's just like no other. And anytime I go to a carnival, people always ask me questions all the time. And originally, I don't think that when I started this channel that was something that I necessarily thought of sharing. Of course, I want to share these things with you, but the more I got into doing the YouTube, I'm like, listen, there's so much things that have to do with carnival that people don't know, and you would only know through experience. So, you know, I'm your girl. I'm here to just share the gems and information with you guys, and today's video is gonna be no other. Now today I'm gonna talk about costumes. I'm gonna talk about mass and just the whole costume and mass experience. Like I said, if you've never played mass before, if you've never been to like a carnival, especially an international carnival, like it's just a whole different scene. So hope you guys enjoyed this video, and welcome to my carnival series. The first thing that you're gonna want to do in going to a carnival or choosing a costume is you're gonna want to find a band. And for me, at first I would just find a band and then choose a costume, but lately, especially with international carnivals, I more so choose my costume, or I choose my band based on a costume that I like. So first things first, with even a selection, is carnival bands, they have a band lounge. And a band lounge, which the name is pretty self-explanatory, the band is going to be launching their carnival for the year. They usually have a theme, and with the theme, they have a whole bunch of different sections. So the sections are going to be basically the costumes. Like, each costume is going to have a different name, a different theme, and through that is going to be, you know, how you choose your costume. Now, there are different types of costumes. There are frontline costumes, there are midline costumes, there are backline costumes. And the difference between the costumes, majority of the time, are going to be more feathers, more jewelry, wire bras are going to be a difference in the costumes as well. So wire bras tend to be on a frontline costume. Like I said, as far as more feathers as well, like they're gonna have frontline costumes usually have these extra large backpacks, and no, I don't have any. Oh, well, yeah, if you can see that orange, well, it's gonna be on, I don't know which side it's shown on. It should be shown on this side. So if you see the orange and, what is this, orange, green, yellowish, and blue, that's a frontline backpack. I'll put a picture for you guys of what that backpack looked like, or I'll put a picture for you guys of the difference of what, like, you know, a frontline costume might look like versus like a backline costume. So I'll just put that like here for you guys. So yeah, after the band launch, the bands usually launch their website as well, and that is basically how you're going to select or register for your costume when the carnival or the band is not where you live. So basically this is for like, if you're going to the carnival, you know, they'll have a website, they'll launch the website, you'll be able to see pictures of the costumes, and that is how you will pick your costume. Now, when you're registering for your costume, they're gonna ask you like your name, your address, whole bunch of different questions like that. Now, this is something that a lot of people might not know if you've ever played mass. Like, you might ask, like, if you don't live in a country, like, how are you able to choose your sizes? So basically what that is, they're gonna ask you like your bra size, they're gonna ask you your panty size, they're gonna ask you like your waist size, and I think that's all of the questions that they ask you. And from that is how they're gonna be able to make your bra, they're gonna be able to make your panty, and Another thing that you might not know if you haven't played mass is that no, you do not pay your costume upfront fully. All you do is place a deposit, and that is how you secure your costume. Now, bands usually launch their costumes, I want to say at least 4 months, between 4 and 6 months ahead is when carnivals drop their costumes. So you have 4 to 6 months to pay off your costume. So it's not like, yes, some of these costumes are very expensive, but it's not like you're going to be paying on $1,000 frontline costume like upfront. No. The deposits are usually $150 US. Now, depending on the costume that you do choose, that will be depend on the deposits as well. Like, I know, like, back lines and mid lines, I believe it's gonna be like $150 for the deposit. But for front lines and like individual costumes, usually the deposit will probably be like $250. So yeah. A tip or something to know that when you're playing Carnival in another island is that how you're gonna be able to choose how they're gonna be able to know your sizing is because you're gonna give them the information of your sizing, and you don't have to pay it up front. So that covers basically the registration process. Now, next comes, you pay off your costume. Oh, they give you a deadline as well as to when the last deposit needs to be paid. And one thing I really do love about the era in which we live in now is that social media. Like, I feel the social media makes things so much easier because you just follow your band on Instagram, and they're always having posts on, information. That's where they're gonna let you know what when your last deposit should be done. And I just highly recommend that you just pay your costume off by the deadline. I know some people do pay in the band house on a day that they go to pick up their costume, and I personally don't recommend that. I don't think that's smart, because for me, if you didn't pay for something, I don't think that I'm not gonna, like, if you didn't pay me for your costume, I don't know why you think it will be completed in time. So just to ensure that your costume is finished, pay your costume off. Although there are instances where you get to the band house, your costume is a mess, but I didn't get to that part yet. So yeah, you receive emails, of course, with all your information. Like, it's showing you like what your costume entails and all that jazz. Now, a lot of people sit there and say as well, oh, $1,000, I'm just paying $1,000 for a costume. And essentially, no, you're paying for more than just a costume. Another thing that people might not know with playing mass is that you're getting the costume, and as well as included in your costume, you're gonna be getting free drinks. Well, not you're gonna get drinks is gonna be included. I don't want to say free because you're paying for it. So drinks are included, food's included. Most of the times they have after parade fete, after carnival fete, the day after, when you're reveler with that band, they give you a ticket for that as well. What else do you get for? Basically, when you register for the costume, there's always going to be something that says what's included, and it tells you everything that's included. Now, depending on your costume as well, it's going to differ what, is included in your package. Like, I know for some bands, if you're an individual, you're going to be considered VIP, and you're going to be getting, like, premium drinks. So that's going to be, like, champagne on the road. Like, if you have a backline costume, they'll give you champagne on the road. It gives you, like, access to, like, backpack check. I know when I went to Barbados, they had a backpack check for individual costumes. They have, like, AC trucks for people with premium costumes. Like, there's just so much that, is included in your package. But like I said, each band is different. Each band does differ. And on their websites, even before you even like choose your costumes, like it will show you a costume on the left hand side. On the right hand side, will have like the name of the costume, the price, and then they'll have a drop down which tells you like what's included in your costume. So essentially you're paying for the costume, yes, but you're also getting other things included in, you know, the price for your costume. So now moving to distribution. So now Carnival bands, they have distribution, and they usually like will put that out on their social medias when distribution dates are. Now with distribution, you cannot go on a day that your costume is not, like if your costume distribution is on a Wednesday, you can't go there on a Monday and pick up your costume because your costume is not going to be ready. So, but you can go days after. So like if your costume distribution is on a Wednesday and you reach the island on a Friday, then that doesn't mean you can't still go get your costume. You can go get your costume. So basically it's, distribution date is a date in which your costume will be ready, but you can, yes, always go pick it up after. Now with distribution, you have to bring your ID, and some bands say bring the confirmation like email. I don't remember ever printing it out. I know I always have screenshots of it, but if you want, you can print it out and bring it with you. But I don't believe I've ever printed it out and brought it with me, but I've always had it like on my phone. So they're gonna wanna have your ID. They're gonna wanna have your confirmation code, because they're not gonna give your costume to anybody but you, unless you have a written letter, signature, your confirmation receipt, and your ID. You give it to somebody else, you send them to the band house, and that's just so much work. So you might as well just go get your costume yourself. Now, as well of course, the band will let you know like where their band house is located, so that you can go to that place and you can pick it up. One thing I did not mention with the costumes is you can always make alterations and changes to your costume. Like all you have to do is contact the designer, or if there's like, sometimes there's options and when you can change things about your costume. Now I'm talking about change things about your costume. I'm talking about like if you see a wire bra, like for me, I personally have never wore a wire bra because, as y'all can see, or y'all might not be able to tell, I'm a big busted woman. So I just don't believe that the wire bra will give me the support that I like or I per se feel comfortable with. So I per se have never worn a wire bra, but I've had two friends when we went to Barbados who they're big busted like me as well, and they wore wire bras and it looked amazing and it held up on the road. But I just don't feel secure for myself because my breasts are heavier in my mind than theirs. I don't know if that's really true, but I just feel that way. So you can always change the bra if you want to change the bra, as well as you can change the panty. I know some people don't want all the behind outside, so you can, and some of these costumes have full thongs, so some of the costumes do have alterations to make like minor changes like that. So you can make minor changes to your costume just for like your security purposes, but like you can't just like tell them, oh, this costume is white, I will wear it versus pink. You can't do that. But like I said, you can change the bra, you can change the panty to make it more comfortable. If it's not on the website, you can always contact the designer directly and see if they'll be able to be accommodating enough to do that change for you. And they're just very like, you're spending your money, so it's best you get what you want and you tell them like exactly what it is you want. Like I said, nothing major they're gonna change for you, but minor things as far as changing a bra to be like a regular bra if you want a regular bra, or changing the panty to be like if you want a boy short. Some people like boy shorts. The boy short might not be on the website, but they can surely do a boy short for you if you contact them, give them your confirmation ID number and stuff like that, and let them know. They'll be more than happy to do that for you. Now, one thing that is very, 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 very important is that when you get to the band house and you end at distribution, this is something that I haven't done in the past, but I did do when I was in St. Lucia. I think that I will be doing at every other carnival I go to from now on. Is I suggest you try on your costume, because like in the band house, to make sure that everything is good, because like you never know. Like yes, you give them your measurements, but I think everybody's torso is different. Everybody is shaped differently. So my size large panty might not be the same large panty as that they make for me, or my, you know, just certain things about like I know for me, I believe that I have like a shorter torso, so they might make something for me and I might need it to get shortened because my body is shaped differently. So when they're making these costumes, they're making it just for for, of course, the measurements that you gave them. But of course, when you see them in person, it might be different. So one thing I really do recommend is that you do try on your costume in the band house just to make sure that everything is good. Now, with the distribution process, there's gonna be a line. You're gonna get online. They're gonna call your name, and there's gonna be a person there to go through everything in the costume, in your box for you. So in your box, you're gonna have like basically like your tiara or your headpiece, your jewelry, your body wear, your leg piece, your neck piece. So everything that's included in your costume, they're gonna go over you and they're gonna be like, okay, they're gonna lift it up, they're gonna make sure to see if you like it. If it's to your taste, they're gonna say, okay, this is your neck piece, your leg piece, thigh piece, shoulder piece, whatever piece that your costume comes with. They're gonna explain to you everything that's in the box. One thing, like I said, is very, very important as well, is they're gonna give you a wristband, and they're gonna tell you this when you're at the band house. If you don't have, they don't care if you come to the truck on Carnival Day in your costume. If you don't have on your wristband, then you're not gonna get in the band. And a wristband is basically gonna sit there, and I know this sounds crazy, that a little wristband can sit there and have you not in a band, but they take this very seriously. So my recommendation is to make sure that you have your wristband, put it on when you get your costume, just to make sure that, you know, you don't lose it, you have it. Or they give you mugs as well, put it in your mug. Like, just make sure that you have your wristband. Even if they don't sit there and say, here's your wristband, make sure you ask, make sure you get your wristband. Because I know one thing happened to me when I was in St. Lucia was that we put all the wristbands in one bag. And when it came down to looking for the wristbands, we were down one wristband, and apparently my wristband was missing. So I didn't have my wristband, but I still got through. But it's not guaranteed that that's gonna happen for you every time. So definitely make sure you have your wristband. Put on your wristband. If they don't give you your wristband, ask for a wristband. Wristband. You need your wristband. Your wristband is gonna be the way in which you get your drinks and your food. So those things are included, but you cannot get those things without your wristband. So that's what I'm saying. Your costume, you could ship with a band, yes, but even sometimes the security guard's gonna come through, and if they're looking for wristbands, if they don't see a wristband, they're gonna throw you out. They're gonna throw you out. So like I said, once again, wristband. Make sure you have your wristband. That is how you get your drinks. That is how you get your food. So I believe that covered everything. I think it did. I think that's pretty much everything. So, like I said, if there's any other questions that you guys have for me, comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell button so you're notified when I drop new videos. And, of course, you know, we have new videos coming and more videos coming. And this Carnival Newbie series is just the first one. Like, if you like this video, comment below all the things that you did like in this video. Like I said, if you have any questions, anything that you think I missed that you still want to know, comment down below. And yeah, guys, see you in my next one.